Welcome back to your hour. I'm being joined now by Mary Halsig with Mary Halsig Insurance and LT Care Solutions. And you told me what we were going to be talking about today.
We're going to talk about steps, number of
Steps.
steps. Yeah, the number of steps per day. So, we often talk about some of the things that especially the Medicare Advantage and some of the Medicare supplements offer as far as physical fitness, paying for gym memberships, and then also there's some of the plans even offer rewards for a certain amount of activity that you do each day and how many days you do that out of the month, and so you can get a little reward. And and so I've been kind of working on that a little bit with myself, but also I thought people should know that the things the insurance companies do is not by mistake.
Yeah.
Because why would they do something that isn't going to be a benefit to, at least to them, because they're a business, and also to the people that they serve? Because if you're a good business, you want to do things that are positive for your clients and your members.
So if they can promote good health,
Yes.
then that costs them less in the long run.
And it increases longevity, and happiness. So what they've discovered is that there actually is a threshold. We've always heard about the 10,000 steps a day, and that is certainly a great goal, but that's not the threshold. The threshold is actually, my note here is 5,649. And so the average daily step count required to induce feelings of anxiety and depression and decrease satisfaction with life is 5,649. So step over that one time. And they have done some studies on that. So and so one of the things that I work with, Heroic. Is the group that I use, and Brian Johnson, and that's in fact he has a philosopher's note on this, and he reads books, and then he tells us the big ideas. And one of the things that he did was he delved into this whole concept of having a threshold for happiness, and scientists actually give a name to what is activated within us as being hope molecules.
Okay.
So by actually moving, and they've done some experiments, and it wasn't just with one small group. They've done it all over the world, and one of the things that they found is that 43% of people who were inactive with fewer than 5,000 daily steps they were simply not as happy. You increase that between 5,000 and 6,000 steps per day, and there was a big difference in how they reported their satisfaction with life and happiness. They also discovered people who had an extra active day at the end of the day, if they were surveyed, would find that they had better satisfaction with life. Now, you know me, and I'm always going to mention the people who can't necessarily step.
Yeah,
Oh, well, they could have, or they could maybe even be in a wheelchair, or there's other reasons why they can't do and so other types of movement, it is movement.
Yeah.
And it's like I tell my music students, we're blessed with eyesight. I can look at the music and I can see it, and therefore I have that ability to read the music, and other people are able to experience music as well.
Yeah, I can only hear it. I can't read it.
Well, you can't read it, but that's because you're not taught. But you could if But there are many people in the world who are blind musicians and do a beautiful job. They have to use other senses, their sound and their feel, and the touch. So people who are not able to walk and are not able to do these steps can do other types of movement, chair tai chi, there's chair Pilates, any kind of movement that they do is going to contribute to the same thing.
When my mother lived in a retirement home, they had a person that would come in after lunch and lead the whole group in chair exercises after dinner or after their lunch or whatever meal that was. And I was there a couple of times eating with my mother and saw that happening, and I thought, what a good idea.
It really is. And and so I don't want people to think that, oh, I can't, I'm not able to do that, so I'm not I'm not going to reap those benefits. You indeed are. And if you do the movement.
Yeah.
And so whatever we do, I always have said to people, the more you move, the more you can, for most people. And the other thing that they noted was tracking makes a difference. People who track their steps would increase 1,000 to 2,000 more steps per day.
Okay.
So just keeping track of it, using a pedometer, using a Fitbit.
Yeah, because then you have you have a definite number of steps that you want to aspire to, and if you're not tracking them, how would you know?
Yes, and how many times have I looked at my fitness, my step calculator, and said, oh, I have 1,000 steps. I got to go around the block.
Yeah.
So yeah, so those are the things.